Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Paul, and you are listening to season 3, episode 7 of the Generation Latino podcast. Guys, we are in spring break. Well, a lot of us are, not everyone. And do you have any plans? Are y'all going to go to the beach, to the lake? Are y'all going to go to Disney? Where y'all going? Because my ass is not going anywhere. I actually have to work. So, yeah. But I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends are on spring break, and a lot of teachers and, people that work in the schools are on spring break. So, anyways, if you're on spring break, I hope you're enjoying your spring break. Also, too, yesterday was International Women's Day. So, I hope you're out there. For all my women out there, I hope you are celebrating and truly knowing your worth. Also, as you may know, the month of March is Women's History Month. And I've been celebrating women on my TikTok account. Well, it's not my personal TikTok account, it is the podcast TikTok. So if you're not following me on TikTok, please follow me at Generation Latino Podcast. I'm on TikTok. I post videos, random videos. It's just a lot of fun. I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm also on Instagram, but I think I'm gonna get rid of it because there's not no action there, and Instagram is just very, for me, it's just boring. It's not, people aren't very interactive. It's a little too slow for me personally. So I might get rid of it. I probably am actually. And I'm just gonna stick to TikTok and YouTube. I have YouTube shorts that I do too for the podcast. So follow me on any of those. A lot of action going on there. I post a lot of videos. So, but anyways, yeah, I hope y'all are enjoying the month of March. I hope y'all have good plans for spring break. Like I said, I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna chill, relax, work, and that is it. But in honor of Women's History Month, I really wanted to talk about women specifically and dating. Okay. So usually I have a script with me. I am very well organized when it comes to, my content that I'm creating for the podcast. But today is going to be a very short episode, and I'm just going to really just talk from my heart. And I've been very inspired to talk about women and dating because I've been experiencing a lot of my friends going through a lot of shit with men. And I don't know if women are just forgetting their worth or if they're just settling, but I've been seeing a lot of the women around me just kind of allowing men to take over their lives and losing themselves in doing so. So today we're just going to talk. There's nothing really, there's no script, there's no bullet points, nothing. So I'm just going to really just talk to my women out there who are listening, and you know, everything I say comes from love. It comes from a good place. I'm never saying anything to hurt anybody. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this episode. Ladies, don't be dumb. All right, so for my ladies out there and my gentlemen who are listening, thank you so very much. I really, really appreciate you listening. As we are in the month of March and we're celebrating women, powerful women, strong women, women who have been innovators, who have pushed the boundaries, I've also noticed too that a lot of women don't know their worth. And it saddens me when women don't understand their power because it affects everything that they do, right? If you're a woman out there, and just let me give you some context, right? Because I'm not just this guy just talking out of my ass. I was raised by a single mom. I have two sisters. I have surrounded myself with women my entire life. I feel safe around women. I feel protected by women. And I'm always advocating for women. My grandmother, my Aunt Terry, there's always women around me in my life. And one thing that I've always realized is that a lot of the times they don't understand their worth, and they allow a man to dictate how they feel, how they think. I've seen women lose their careers over a man, lose their jobs, lose everything for a man. Like, they have literally lost everything for a man. And for me personally, it's hard for me to understand how. I get that it happens. I understand that. But for me personally, when I see my girlfriends and I see people in my life that are allowing men, and when I say men, it doesn't have to be your boyfriend or your husband. I'm talking about men in general. Men in the workforce, fathers, uncles, like any man in your life. It doesn't have to be a lover. But I had lunch the other day with a couple of my girlfriends, and one of our girlfriends, she's kind of going through a really bad breakup right now, and you can see it on her. You can see it on her that it's really affecting her badly. And, without saying too much, she met this guy and he moved in with her, right? Like she let him move in and they were living together for about a year. And then he went back to his ex wife and just left, right? And I know it hurts her, but just let me tell you something right now. For all my women out there, if a man does not want to be with you, fuck them. Leave. Find someone else. Like, stop being so fixated on one man. Move on. Figure out a way to move on. But don't be stuck on a guy. I don't care how good his dick is. I don't give a shit how much money he has, how much he has to offer you. If he is treating you like shit, you need to move on. Like, I'm sorry. And I think women need to take accountability for the actions that they've made too. And I'm not victim blaming. All I'm saying is that I don't see a lot of women taking accountability for the men that they date. And again, if you're being sensitive, maybe this isn't the episode for you. Maybe you should go to something that's a little bit more kumbaya. But this is just some tough love that I'm giving. You know, Very inspired by the month, like I said. But yeah. And, she's heartbroken and she's having a really hard time with that breakup. He left you and went back to his wife. What do you expect? Right. And by no means am I man bashing. But also, too, you got to be realistic in how men think. I'm a man. I know how men think. And I think oftentimes women always want to just see men in this great light. I'm sorry, ladies out there. Please don't be delusional. I'm not saying don't fall in love, but don't be delusional. Don't be delusional. Like I said, put yourself first over the man. I had a friend once, she was dating this really wealthy guy. I'm talking like millionaire wealthy. And she was having a lot of problems in the relationship. He had kids and, she, the ex-wife and all of this. And I remember being on the phone with her and I told her, I was like, hey, I think you should leave. You are so unhappy. Leave. And this is what she told me. And I quote, she goes, I can't leave this lifestyle. I've come too far to leave this lifestyle. So for me, I'm like, wow, you're not going to put yourself first because of a lifestyle. So you'd rather be unhappy. And this happens all the time, mind you. You'd rather be unhappy in a relationship because of a lifestyle. I'm sorry. I'd rather be under a bridge. I'd rather be in a bedroom studio apartment and happy than live a life that's not giving me joy. But I think that's what's happened though. I think that's a perfect example of, well, let me stay in this marriage. We have the house, we have the kids, we have the picket fence, but they live their whole life being miserable. Being miserable, unhappy. And again, it's her decision, right? But to know how unhappy her life is going to be, it's sad, right? Like it's sad to me. And again, I'm single. I'm divorced. There's a reason why I'm divorced. There's a reason why I'm single, right? Like I'm not going to be putting up with bullshit. I'm just not. Like I'm not the one. You ask anyone who knows me, No, I'm not gonna be putting up with bullshit. And I have some friends who are like, Paul, you're just harsh. Like, you are too harsh. Anything wrong with someone, you let them go. Well, that's just how I am. That's how I am. But what I'm not gonna be is someone crying on my pillow over a fucking loser, over a guy that's seen multiple women. Like, and I always tell people, I'm not gonna fight over a man. Like, I am not going to fight over a man. You will never catch me arguing, fighting, anything over a man. And if a man wants to leave, there's the door, grab your shit and go. But oftentimes I see women, and I'm speaking for women because that's my group, that's my crowd, that's who I represent right now. I represent a lot of women, and I speak for a lot of women. It's Women's, History Month, so that's why I'm talking about women. I'm not saying that this doesn't happen to men, but the majority of the time it happens to women. But yeah, just they lose themselves in these men. Lose themselves in these men. I remember watching an interview with it was Whitney Houston and Oprah. And Whitney Houston was saying that she wanted to be Mrs. Bobby Brown because she was afraid that Bobby was, well, first of all, he was jealous, but she had to dim her light. And you see it if you look at her trajectory, if you look at her career, the timeline, yeah. She starts dimming her light, acting a fool, acting stupid, spending all her money on him, doing things that she wouldn't do, doing music videos and music with him. That wasn't Whitney Houston. She said it. But what did she do? She dimmed her lights. She took a back seat. She regretted it. She said it. And I see so many women dimming their light for men. So many women who dim their light. And if you're listening out there, and if there's just one person listening and you know that this is you, don't dim your light for anyone, let alone a man. No, shine as bright as you need to shine. But I wanted to do this episode because I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in the air right now, but there's just been too many women in my life that have just, you know, fallen and allowed other factors, specifically men, to really take over their life. For what, love? For some good dick? For a good cuddle session? No. Mm-mm. I don't think that that's worth it. I don't. I've given advice to women and I'm like, no, don't do that. And they do the complete opposite. Ruin their careers, ruin their lives, ruined everything, ruined, now they're stuck having to explain to their parents what happened, explain to mom, explain to this person, that person. No, no, don't do it. And I say that because I'm the one that they come to when they're crying. I'm the one that they come to when they are, oh, Paul, he left me. Oh, Paul, he doesn't want me. Oh, Paul, I lost my this. Oh, Paul, girl, I told you. I told you. But you didn't listen. And now you're stuck. And that's what I have to do as a friend, not to be mean, but think smarter. Think smarter. For all the women out there, think smarter. You know better. Do better. You should not be dependent on a man for anything. 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 But I just wanted to get on here and just talk to you and let you know that you are powerful. I said it in my last episode when I talked about all those women. Own your power. Own it. I think so many times women just allow men to win and they allow them to kind of take over. I don't think you need to do that. Find something that gives you value. Find something that gives you meaning. When you find something that gives you meaning, you're not defined by anyone. For me, when I'm dating and it doesn't work out, I'm a little sad, but I got shit to do. I got shit to do. I got to go to the gym. I got school. I got law school coming up. I got a career. I got a podcast. I got a marathon I want to run. Like, start doing things for yourself. Because what I've realized is that A lot of these people that end up being so broken after a breakup, they don't got nothing to fall back on because all their eggs were in that one basket. Don't do that. To my ladies out there, don't do that. I'm saying this with love. I'm saying this with love. Don't be dumb. Do not be dumb. Find a way to make it work for yourself. Find a way. But what you don't want to do is be lost. You don't want to feel like you don't have anything. But anyways, I just wanted to say this out there. It's more of a PSA announcement for all my ladies out there. But I love you all. And please know that you can get through this. If you're going through a hard time right now and you're struggling, you can get through this. I love you all, and I will see you all on the next episode.